You're a Davis Bloom. You're not even human.
Doomsday is the son of Zod, who is the mortal enemy of Clark's own father. So he's basically the antithesis of Clark Kent in every way.
All he wants to do is destroy Kryptonians. And when you're the last Kryptonian on Earth, Kal-El, you're out of luck.
Developing Doomsday took a lot out of everybody's day. It took a lot out of Terazakis' day, it took a lot out of our crew's day, it took a lot out of our day. The room just would come to a halt as we all kind of tried to figure this out.
And all I can say is it took a lot of painstaking work on everyone's part to make sure that that character felt as real in our world as possible.
Jimmy, don't! No!
Smallville is all about fate and your destiny, and that's something that we've played with Clark all along. So when we started thinking about a villain this year, we all started thinking about him as he would relate to Clark Kent. And wouldn't it be interesting if their paths started together and then over the course of time split apart, and what would that look like?
But what we were most excited about was adding the human element that, well, not really human, but the very cognizant element that hadn't really been in the mythology of the comics. And I know adding that element scared a lot of people, a lot of the fans at first.
Because I know that there were a few people that were saying, well, why are they even calling it Doomsday? And they just get this dude to, they're gonna call him Doomsday. That doesn't make any sense, and I totally agree. Yeah, why call him Doomsday if you're not gonna do Doomsday?
When I first heard about Doomsday, I thought, they cast a human as Doomsday, obviously, and people were like, what is it? And I was like, well, what are they doing? I didn't quite understand where they're going with it. And then I got in the room and I heard all about it, and I thought it was awesome. Because in the comics, he was introduced, he killed Superman, he didn't have much else when he first showed up.
Nobody just shows up as a killing machine. There's always steps to getting there. And so for us, it really was a blank slate to sort of delve into what would those steps be, how would they look, and how would they look on Smallville.
Well, actually, he started out, I think, as a bartender at first.
We wanted to just find a way.
When we started breaking the season, he was a bartender, ace of clubs, and then the thought came around that what if he's, saving people? What if he's an EMT?
And Sam actually came on thinking he was a bartender, and then found out that he was, in fact, an EMT, because as soon as somebody threw that out, we all latched onto it immediately.
We went to the EMT because we thought, what a great contrast. He's saving people during the day and killing them at night, and he is a character that's constantly looking for redemption and is constantly looking to be saved.
He seems like a nice guy, and then he turns into Doomsday, and so on surface level, you're like, well, how does that have anything to do with the comic book? And in reality, I think that giving him a human persona is cooler than the comic book. It's a cool addition, especially because he's personified somehow, and Doomsday's never really been personified. He's always been this hulking force, which is cool, but if you want to delve into it more, it's great to have that human side, as long as that human side's not really human.
And so that kind of gave birth to what has he been doing all this time, putting him through the opposite situation as Clark, giving him foster homes instead of the perfect loving family, making him realize, instead of finding out he has all these amazing superpowers, that he's actually an amazing killer.
He's a guy that this is his fate. This is the role he gets to play.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're destined and you're fated to be a hero and somebody everybody was going to look up to is not the worst, revelation to have, but we wanted to explore what it would feel like if you discovered you were fated to be the devil.
What did you do? It's not my fault. I blacked out. I couldn't control it. Okay, listen to me. You need to go right now.
I'm not going anywhere. You aren't either until the cops get here.
When I got into Smallville in the writer's room and I learned all about Doomsday, I was really excited. I thought they did an awesome job. enhanced the character greatly. And they talked more about the origin. This is what I responded to, is when they said he's genetically created on Krypton. He's not human.
The whole Davis Bloom thing is just, it's all camouflage. It's like a computer program that has started to believe in itself, and it's just not real at all. It's just all it is, it's camouflage. And it's camouflage that has a conscience, but is camouflage nonetheless.
And I thought that added a great emotional layer to Doomsday. That wouldn't be bad in the comic books to do.
Look at me. It's me. It's Davis.
You're not Davis Bloom. You're not even human.
Well, when we first decided to jump into the Doomsday, we were excited and equally absolutely terrified, because to try and create something like that on television, I don't really know that it's been done in that same way before.
It was a pretty big risk to bring Doomsday on, and we knew that. We knew we would eventually have to be showing a monster for the first time in Smallville, which we had never really done.
For a while, we talked about just having Sam Witwer and just some kind of like crazy makeup or something. And at the end of the day, it was like we all felt that the fans would not respond as positively to that as they've responded to the actual creature that looks like the creature from the comic books.
When I was initially called to create the character of Doomsday, it all started off with a conversation with James Marshall, and James said, "Oh, we just want like a little diamond on his cheek," and it was a very glamorous description that he gave.
All of us had a great deal of apprehension when it came to manufacturing this beast.
Something like this normally takes about 5 weeks, and I think on Smallville we had just under 2 weeks to create this character.
Originally, we absolutely thought it would be CGI. 100% thought it would be CGI, that we wouldn't see Doomsday really until the finale.
And then by the time we got a few episodes in, we had to really make that final decision. Do we go CGI or do we do a prosthetic suit?
We knew that we wanted to see interaction between them. We wanted to see them converse, we wanted to see them fall in love, we wanted to see them get angry at each other, and therefore a CGI just wasn't going to give us exactly what we wanted.